Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Wednesday night with the V-Speed Contender Series, brought to you by Nitro Racing Setups, FRT Motorsports, and NEPA Towing. Tonight brings us to the Lady in Black, the famed Darlington Motor Speedway. A little bit of action here tonight to see who can tame this Lady in Black. Now, last week we seen a good race. Let's do a little recap of last week. Let's see here. If I can get my mouse to work right for us, we'll be okay. Alright, so last week saw us at the Milwaukee Mile. And as you can see, Milwaukee Mile is not your typical racetrack. It's in the middle of a city. A nice little 3D view provided by Google Earth. But last week, once again, the winner was Channing Ballou, showing how much he has gotten all of this stuff together and is now the reigning point series champion, or not champion, but point series leader, going into a couple more races here. We only got a couple races left, so if anybody wants to have a shot at catching Channing, they're definitely going to have to step up their game. He has definitely been the class of the field of the last few races. Now, this week, heading out to Darlington Motor Speedway. So as you can see from our nice little picture here, she's got a nice little egg shape. Weird corners, narrow track, so it always makes for some exciting racing. Not many people leave this racetrack without that nice little Darlington stripe on the right rear of their truck. Let's see who can get away tonight without any incidents whatsoever. I think that's going to be kind of difficult to achieve, but we shall see. I have seen stranger things happen. But right now, out on the track for a little practice, looks like we have Hunter Kent leading the pack with speed right now. Hunter's been pretty consistent coming into the league. Now, as far as last week was concerned, like I said, we had Channing Ballou. He led 121 out of the 135 laps. Nick Hulslander finished second. Bailey Dutton finished third. Car you see on track right now, Hunter Kent finished fourth. Brinson Hunt finished fifth. Logan Kaizen sixth. Marty Phillips in 7th, Anthony Promoda in 8th, Jimmy Babb in 9th, and Jordan Martin rounds out that top 10. So the first 5 spots were taken up by the Team Conti Team Conti affiliates. Currently, point standings are as follows. We have Channing Ballou in first place. Has a pretty decent little points lead over second place Bailey Dutton. He's got 180 points. Bailey's got 141. Hunter Kent's in third with 127. Nate Nicholson's in fourth with 125. Brinson Hunt's in fifth with 124. Anthony Promoda's in 6th with 114. Jimmy Babs in 7th with 112. Logan Keyes in 8th with 111. Marty Phillips in 9th with 108. And Connor Nixon is also 108 and 10th. So that rounds out your top 10 for the current points. So right now, let's see here. What do we have left? So we have tonight at Darlington. Then we move on to Atlanta Motor Speedway. And we end the season the week after that at Rockingham. So 2 technical tracks and 1 kind of baby super speedway. So definitely going to take some talent, some patience, and a little bit of luck to get through these next races. And hopefully they can have somebody to come up there and challenge Channing Ballou for that points lead and possibly the championship. So here's our current points leader here, Channing Ballou. He's in the top 5 in points. Now he did warn us last week in the this track is definitely not one of his strongest tracks. So we'll see if he's sandbagging or not. He said that a couple of times before and was still able to run, either win or finish in the top 2. So I don't know if I want to believe him yet or not. Looks like in the meantime, Bailey Dutton's done topped the speed charts with a 30.19. Another couple minutes, and they'll shut the track down, see if they can get some qualifying in. Looks like we're going to have another 30-plus truck field tonight, which is awesome. I'm so glad we're able to get good turnouts this season. Not that we haven't in the past, but it definitely helps having the great experience and talent coming in here and showing up and racing good races every week. Puts on a good show. It's like Kaysen's does stepped it up a little bit and got himself up on the board there. He's in a P2 slot currently. Looks like we got about 5 laps to go, and then they'll shut the track down so they can qualify. So while they're doing that, I'm going to take a little quick pause. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back with you. Alright. Looks like the red flag has come out. So we'll get these drivers ready to see who can settle on the pole. Now, based on the numbers, looked like Bailey Dutton was the fastest one in practice. Let's see if he can hold that up and continue to keep that speed into qualifying. Or will we get a new pole sitter? Several trucks hitting the track. Looks like Levi Allen's going to be the first truck on track here. Mr. Blair Patterson coming out. Ricky Williams coming out. Brinson Hunt. Rachel Hunt. John DiMatteo. John McMillan's on the track. Case and Plot. Bailey Dutton. Let's ride with Bailey and watch him take his Q lap. Gets down to that transition. Feathering the gas a little bit. Get through that corner. That's a very easy corner to overdrive right there. And it's like Bailey Dutton to the top with a 29.83. Is tonight gonna be Bailey's night? He said last week that he likes this track, so we shall see. Great lap, Bailey. No better on his last lap, so. No. See what I said? Now, Channing was talking about how he ain't very good at this track, but he definitely goes up there and throws a 29.86 up there. Only 3/100ths off the pole sitter, so I think he's jerking our chain a little bit tonight. I think he's still going to be up there in that hunt. So it looks like currently we have Bailey Dutton and Channing Ballou on the front row, Hunter Kent and Kason Plott on the second row. Oh, Marty Phillips snuck up in there in the third spot. Way to go, Marty. Good lap. And Nate Nicholson's currently in sixth. He's going to be another one to watch tonight. Nate's always tough. Yeah, it's looking like pretty much everybody's getting these speeds on their first lap. Yeah, only a couple more trucks to finish up here. That's the boss man, Russ. Currently he sits 18th. Not sure if he's going to better that time or not. He's just kind of making some practice runs at the moment. So that's going to be pretty much it. Looks like Bailey Dutton is going to walk away with the pole tonight. Let's take a look here. Let's see who. Let's see, polls. So is Bailey. This is Bailey's first pole of the season. So amazing job there. All right, well, let's see if we can grab Bailey real quick. I know he's probably busy right now, but we'll see if we can. I don't even see him in here. Nope, don't see him. Well, I was going to do a interview with him, but I guess that is not going to happen. All right, sorry fellas, or sorry everyone. I'm not going to be able to do an interview with Pole Sitter tonight. He is not in Discord, so hopefully he'll get a podium and we can talk to him then. So right now they're going through the drivers meeting, and then get ready to run a few laps for warm up, and then we'll be able to get ready to get this race started. So tonight they're doing 104 laps. So they got to stop at least once. I'm hoping that people are going to be patient, be able to get some good green flag laps going here. So while we're waiting for them to get through the drivers meeting and their warm up, we'll go ahead and give out our shout outs and our commercials. Still have not gotten the commercial completed for Mr. Greer, and I apologize. Unfortunately, real life has gotten in the way and I just haven't had time. But I am trying to I got most of it done. I should be able to get you out a finished product here shortly. So I'm getting the logo redone. So if you can hear me, Mr. Greer, that's what we're working on, trying to clean that logo up a little bit and make it nice and pretty for you. And then you should be good to go. But here, this goes out to FRT Motorsports, Mr. Greer. Alright, that's one of our title sponsors. Mr. Greer gives us a lot of support and we greatly appreciate that. Everybody's hit back out on the track now. Get a little bit of warm up. And then we will ready to go green and see what the lady in black has to offer these drivers tonight. So they first broke ground on Darlington in 1949. So just like the Milwaukee Mile, it's one of the oldest racetracks that NASCAR goes to. And it opened in September of 1950. The Southern 500. Harold Brassington was a retired racer, and he had gotten with Bill France Sr. and they cooked up this idea to build this thing and have that first Southern 500 that at that time carried a huge purse of $25,000. Johnny Mance won that race. That's for you old schoolers and that follow racing or have followed racing for a long time. Definitely not one of the more popular drivers that you remember from back in the day, but definitely a tough cookie. And there you have it. Practice is over. Let's get ready to get these trucks lined up and see what they can do on the Lady in Black. All right. Get the trucks all gridded up here. Chevrolet Pace truck getting ready to start up and pull off. So tonight from Darlington Motor Speedway and the V-Speed Contender Series, we have Bailey Dutton on the pole with a time of 29.83. Outside of the front row, we have Channing Ballou. Next row, we're going to have Marty Phillips and Hunter Kent. Next row is going to have Kason Platt and Nate Nicholson. Next row we'll have David Bradford and Jeremy Paris. Next row we'll have John McMillan and Brinson Hunt. Next row we'll have Todd Cray and Logan Keyes. Next row we'll have our past champion Anthony Promoto with Rachel Hunt. Next row we'll have Jordan Martin and another past champion, last season's champion, Mr. Ron Thompson. Next row we'll have Brian Helm and Russ Bovair. Next row we'll have Tim Marlowe and Blair Patterson. Next row we'll have Levi Allen, and it would have been Jim Johnson, but I think he may have missed the start. Next row is going to have Richard Malagani and Shane Posey. Next row is going to have Ryan Lang, which also appears to have missed the start, and Ricky Williams. Next row is John DiMatteo and Perry Snelson. Next row is Joe Zader and Doc Stout. Next row is Chris Hockney and Taylor Locklear. And the last row is Gary May and Cody Morgan. And there you have it. Pace truck is off. Brent's going to bring them down to the start.
Green, green, green.
And we have green. Brinson gets a pretty decent start, but so does his teammate, Channing Ballou. Now, luckily enough, Brinson was able to get up in front of him on that first start. That inside groove is definitely not the place to be. So it looks like Bailey's going to lead that first lap, get those almighty stage points, or those championship points that he needs to try to see if he can keep up with Channing Ballou. But Channing's right there in his tracks, and Hunter Kent right there with him. Back a little bit further, we got Nate Nicholson in fourth, Kason Platt in fifth, and David Bradford in sixth. All running together. Very hard to track to pass at, so, and clean air is king. Jeremy Paris here, along with John McMillan and Brinson Hunt. Todd Cray right there with him. Logan Keyes back here. 11th place with Ante Promoda and Jordan Martin. Rachel Hunt right behind him, and Ron Thompson. Brian Helms behind them. Marty Phillips, Russ Bovair. Oh, looks like Marty got him a new paint. He's not running his Victory Sim anymore there. He done got him a new paint. Got him an In-N-Out burger. Mr. Russ right there with him, with Blair Patterson coming into the picture. Tim Marlowe behind them. It's like Ron Thompson must have got out of shape a little bit, because he was dropping back there for a little bit so he could get back up there in the groove. Along with Tim Marlowe, we have John DiMatteo and Shane Posey. Richard Malagani behind them, and Levi Allen.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
So it looks like they had a little trouble here with Tim Marlowe. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. All right, let's see if we can get this pulled up here real good for you. All right, so it looks like Tim Marlowe and John DiMatteo. Looks like John DiMatteo got a little loose, got a little bit of Darlington stripe come across that back end and just turned Tim right into the fence. That's a shame. And it looks like the 96 got caught up in there at the end as well too. All right, let's see if we can get back up front here. So, of course, Bailey Dutton was our leader at the time that the caution came out. Looks like we had a few takers on pit road. Maybe some people that weren't quite happy with the handling. Still have some people coming in. I don't know if you're trying to play some fuel mileage games here. Topping off here with right before they go to one to go. Looks like we may have lost a couple people in the process. Looks like Joe Zader we lost. Looks like we lost Nate Nicholson. Sad to see that. I wanted to see Wanted to see how well Nate was going to do. He's really good at these things, so maybe next week. All right, so going back to green, it's still pretty much the same people up front. Bailey Dutton, Channing Ballou, Hunter Kent, and Case and Plot, which is how they started. One to go. Lights are out on the pace truck. All right, heading into middle of 3 and 4. Pace truck jumping off the track. Bailey Dutton gets to the box.
Green, green, green.
And gets a great start. Much better start this time than he did last time. Looks like Case and Plot's going to get on the outside of Hunter Kent, but Hunter was able to hang on and slide back up into third place there. Once again, Bailey Dutton to the lead. And starting to check out a little bit already. I know every time we talk to Bailey, he's like our Mark Martin,
right,
always in second.
Uh-oh,
looks like we had another one here. Let's see if we can figure out what happened with this one. Looks like it may have been Levi Allen involved. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. Alright, so we had a Levi coming out of turn 2 here. I got John DiMatteo got into the back of him a little bit too hard coming off that corner. And it was just too much to hang on to at that point. I know the leader's probably liking this because it's just less he has to worry about when it comes down to saving fuel and trying to get to that next stop. Currently, we still have everybody on the same lap, so that's a good thing. The only people that are not on the same lap are the people that we've lost so far, which is just 2. 99 and the 81 heading back off pit road so they don't lose a lap. So it should stay that same way. Couple more people towards the back there coming into top off. It's like Ryan Lang and John DiMatteo is probably coming in getting a little bit of that front end damage fixed. So right now, our biggest mover is going to be Gary May. He started 33rd and is currently 23rd. So he's picked up 10 spots. Next one's going to be Shane Posey. He started 24th. He's now 16th, so he's picked up 8 spots. So we got a couple big movers in the pack here. Alright, so it's 1 to go. Lights are out on the pace truck. Let's see if they can get a good start in here and get some laps under our belt. Pace truck's about ready to dip off. Alright, Brinson get ready to enter the Geico restart zone.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag it is. Brinson once again gets a great start. Jumps up to that high groove. And the first 4 tuck nose to tail. Just like the last 2 restarts. Only difference now, we've got Brinson Hunt. Now Brinson, he's made up about 5 spots. He started in 10th, but he's up to 5th now. And then Jeremy Paris right there with them. And John McMillan. Get a fan view's perspective here from the top row. Riding along with Jordan Martin, right around in the top 10 here, right behind Anthony Promoda. David Bradford right there with him, and Todd Cray. Logan Kai's right there with him as well. Back up front, we have Bailey Dutton. I want to see how bumpy the track is. Let's take a ride on this left front suspension. Can't really tell how bumpy the track is from here. Looks like out for a Sunday drive. Still have Bailey Dutton with Channing Blue right there in his tracks, and Hunter Kent. So after 25 laps, we have Bailey Dutton, Channing Blue, Hunter Kent, Kason Plott, Jeremy Paris, Brinson Hunt, John McMillan, Anthony Promoda, Jordan Martin, and David Bradford rounding out your top 10. It's kind of getting a little strung out now. Channing's definitely not letting him get away, that's for sure. We got Kason and Hunter back here. Just kind of riding. Probably saving a little tire. Jeremy Paris has been consistent since coming in. And right behind him, we got like Brinson Hunt, John McMillan, Anthony Promoda, Jordan Martin, all running right here together. Got David Bradford a couple car lengths back from that little pack, kind of running by himself. Couple more back to Todd Cray. Todd in his chrome truck. Logan Kai is right there with him. Brian Helm right behind Logan, a couple trucks back, and then a couple more back to Miss Rachel Hunt. Now right behind her we have a pack of 3 trucks. Shane Posey, Russ Bovair, and Marty Phillips. Back up front, still Bailey Dutton on the point. But Channing Ballou's not letting him get too far out. He's staying right there in his tire tracks. "35 laps in the books, 70 to go." Like Blair Patterson and Ricky Williams is sneaking up on Richard Malagani, Marty, and Russ there. Good little battle going on there. And just like that, come back to it's like the 45 got into it with somebody there. Couldn't kind of figure out who that was. Let's see if we can do a little instant replay here real quick. I know we're still on the green, but we got Anthony Promoter. Looks like Brinson Hunt went up in front of him. Maybe I wasn't back too far enough. Hold on. Let's try again here. Alright, here we go. Alright, so it looked like Anthony came up, got into the wall there a little bit, and Brinson got under him a little bit. So yeah, I don't think that was a little bit of net code, a little bit of not clear, and there you have it. Very easy to overdrive them corners and have that happen. Meanwhile, back up front here, we got a race going on for the lead. Channing challenged Bailey for this lead. I think he's tired of riding in that wake. And now they have pulled away from Third and fourth place Hunter Kent and Case and Plot by almost 2.5 seconds. And right now, I think Channing's probably a lot faster than Bailey. I think Bailey's holding him up a little. Once again, Channing tries to make that move to the inside. It's just not going to be able to make it. So hard to pass here that it definitely almost turns into a bump and run scenario. Back here, looks like we have Logan Kais trying to challenge Todd Cray for that 10th spot. And then Shane Posey trying to run on the out.
All right, man. Caution is out.
And
Caution
there we
is
go.
out.
One more time. I'm not sure who caused that one. Let's see here. Let's see. Maybe John DeMatteo? Let's check. Yeah, alright, so let's see here. Looks like John may have been on newer tires. Alright. Looks like John on newer tires trying to get past the leaders here. But again, this is a somewhat narrow track. Pretty much one groove. John goes into the corner a little too hard and clips that nose and goes right around. So it looks like your leader's going to win the race off pit road. And Channing's going to be right behind him. So while we're waiting for you to run this caution out, let's do our next commercial with Nipa Towing and Recovery. There you have it. in that Pennsylvania area and you need something towed out of a ditch, any kind of recovery effort, just give me Patoan a call. I'll be glad to help you out. I have some other services as well. Just give Mr. Joe Zader a call. So it looks like we're probably going to have some wave around cars here. We had some people that had just pitted right before that, so they're probably going to take the wave around, I would assume. And there they go. So lights out on the pace truck. All right, as the pace truck heads into turn 3 here, he should be dipping off the track shortly. And then Bailey Dutton will lead him back to the green. Here we go. Bailey enters the box.
Green, green, green.
Green flag. And once again, Bailey gets a great start. Channing Palud gets a great start. Hunter Kent gets a great start. And Case and Plot. So once again, those 3 guys have come out of the start 1, 2, 3, 4. And it looks like Channing's gonna try for that lead on this first lap. Knows if you can't make it happen now, his chances of making it happen are going to be slim to none. Dirty air is horrible. So just can't quite make it work. Door banging down the back stretch. Bailey gets such a run off that outside. It's just hard for Channing to get around him. And it looks like Channing may just give it up at this point and just tuck on in behind him. And there you go. Was not able to make it work. And Bailey Dutton keeps the lead. Halfway, we have Mr. Bailey Dutton leading out front with Channing Ballou in second, Hunter Kent in third, Case and Plot in fourth, and my man Jordan Martin in fifth place. He just recently had a birthday. Happy birthday, Jordan. 29 again. I don't know. I don't even think he's 29 yet. He's a baby. Good little racing back here. We got Todd Cray with John McMillan and Logan Kais. That's 7th, 8th, and 9th right there. And Brian Helm right with them. Looks like Doc's back here in a hornet's nest. It's like Blair Patterson, Anthony Promoda, Levi Allen, Brinson Hunt, Jim Johnson. Good little pack of racing going on here. I got the sun drop in the wind. Still have Hunter, Kaysen, Anthony, Jordan and Jeremy. That's third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Just kicking them off. Still up front. Bailey Dutton leads with just a slight edge over Channing Ballou. Back about a truck length or two to third place Hunter Kent. Another truck length or two back to fourth place Kaysen Plott. I think Shannon knows that he probably blew it not being able to get around Bailey at the start there. There's just hardly to no passing at this track. This time around, let's do a little crank it up. And there you have it. And as we were watching that cranking up, it looks like Kaysen Plott got a little bit of that black stripe. Letting it all hang out coming out of 4. I don't know what kind of teammate that Channing is, but he knows Bailey's been itching for a win, so we'll see how hard he races him towards the end to see if he is able to keep the lead, or Channing is willing to do what it takes to do a little bump and run to get that win. It's like kind of all stretched out a little bit now. A little bit of racing right back here. We got Jim Johnson, Taylor Locklear, Brinson Hunt, Anthony Promoto, Doc, Blair Patterson, all running right here together. Now it looks like the 52 of Hunter Kent still in third. Casey Plott still in fourth. Jordan Martin still in fifth. And Jeremy Parrish is still in sixth. Kind of checked out a little bit. The front two. Front two's got a little over a second and a half on third place Hunter Kent. And Hunter's got a little over a half tenth on fourth place. Looks like Jordan and Jeremy got a nice little race going on here. Jeremy's trying to get under Jordan here. All these guys with these fancy paints with the shiny stuff on them. And just as we're watching that, we see Jeremy Parrish lose a little bit coming out of four. They had to bail out to keep from crashing. Which will move John McMillan up into that sixth spot now.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
And just like that, another caution. Looks like, let's see if we can figure out what happened here. Now, I'm thinking that this may have been, yeah, this is going to be our second place driver, Channing Ballou. Looks like Channing gets underneath Bailey going into 3. Starts coming up the track. Gets into the leader, Bailey. And looks like he comes out with the worst end of the stick. Let's check out that leader's front end to see what kind of damage he's got here. Doesn't look like he have too much damage. I think he just kind of rolled across his nose there, so our leader should be good to go. I wonder what that Discord sounds like right now, because they're teammates. I'm sure he wasn't too happy with how he got driven on that. Now, a big chunk of the field came in. So it looks like only the top 5 stayed out. So we're going to see just how much new tires are going to make a difference with 30 to go when the green flag drops. So it does not look like we are going to have last week's winner on a podium tonight to be able to talk to. So we may have to pull him in just to get a little idea of what happened or what was going through his mind there. So that's going to move Hunter Kent up to second place. Case and Plot in third. They both have been in the third and fourth spot the entire race. Now we'll see if they've got anything for the leader. Now, mind you, from sixth place back, they all have new tires. The first 5 trucks have 28 laps on their tires. So we are going to see how much of a difference that 28 laps is going to make. All right, so lights are out on the pace truck. So there were 1 to go. And I'm sitting here letting you guys look at the instant replay screen. I apologize. All right, so the Chevrolet pace truck leads them down the backstretch. And off the track he goes. So Bailey Dutton brings him down to the flag. Hits the box.
Green flag.
Green flag. Bailey gets a good start. Looks like Hunter Kent's going to get a good start. Case and Plot's going to get a good start. So they are going to start off. Now we're going to see how those new tires. So already Jordan Martin's making a bid for 5th position, but she was in 6th on those new tires. And making a bid for 3rd with Jeremy Paris right behind him. Like Ron Thompson getting spun around back there. And it looks like...
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution
here we go. Mayhem, mayhem. Seen it all live. Let's go back and take a quick look at that. So we're going to look at it from Jeremy Paris's view here. Looks like Jeremy gets a good run, pushing Jordan down the straightaway here. So Jordan goes to make a move for 2nd spot. Jeremy gets a good run and pushes him into the corner, which looks like may have upset Jordan's truck a little bit, which pushes him right into the leader and causing the mayhem. Now, I am not sure if that's going to cause him to get an EOL or not, but we shall see. So 26 laps to go, and it looks like, yes, the 32 is going to get a EOL for causing that incident, which will move Jordan Martin into that first position. So let's see if Jordan got any damage. Well, let's check his vehicle out here. Looks like he's kind of clean. A little bit of over top of the tire there, but it's like the left front of the splitter's got a little damage, not much. Well, he may be okay, but I think the man sitting in the catbird seat is this man right here. At the end of the race, he's where he needs to be. Fresh tires, ready to make a run for it. All right, so we got 1 to green. Lights are out on the pace truck. So we'll be coming back to the start-finish line with 23 to go. It appears we may have somebody other than Channing or Bailey in the booth tonight. All right. Pace truck's dipping off the track. Jordan Martin brings him to the box. And we have green. Jordan gets a great start. Todd Cray pulling in the second there. And Russ looks like he's going to be able to take over the third spot.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Now, once again, they say cautions breed cautions. Let's see if we can figure out what caused this one. Alright, so this just looks like it's kind of a huge mess checkup. Alright, so we're riding along with Logan Kais here that seemed to got caught up in it. Looks like Perry Snelson was a little low on the inside. And he gets into John McMillan. Logan Kaz goes to check up. Bailey Dutton gets into him. Tyler Locklear gets into him. So just a huge mess. Definitely know Jordan's probably liking these cautions. So we are going to have less than 20 to go when they take the green. Definitely turning into an eventful night. So currently we've had 6 cautions for a total of 22 laps. So by the time this caution is over with, that'll be 24 laps of caution. Lights are still on the pace truck. So we've got at least 2 more laps to go before we go back green. Looks like the infield's packed today. Sold out crowd. Alright, so the lights are off on the pace truck. 1 to go. We'll be taking the flag with 18 to go. Currently we have Jordan Martin, Todd Craig, Russ Bovair, Brian Helm, Ryan Lang, Marty Phillips, Ricky Williams, Rachel Hunt, Doc Stout, and Richard Malagani in the top 10. Now the other one to watch out for is now Hunter's done flipped the switch. Hunter's back in 11th, and he's only got 8 laps on his tires versus everybody else's 14 that's in front of him. So we'll see what he can do with that. See if those 6 laps are going to make a difference. All right, pace truck dips off. Jordan bringing him in the restart zone here.
Green, green, green.
Green flag. Jordan gets a good start. Able to get up high. Russ is able to take over second place. And just like that, we have another. Let's see if we can figure this one out. All Alright, so it looks like we have the 05 of Gary May, which I think today is Gary's first, or tonight is Gary's first race with us. Looks like he gets a good start. Gets up high, gets in the marbles a little bit, and then gets a little help from Jim Johnson there when he checked up. And Bailey Dutton being the pinball tonight. That's like the third wreck he's bounced off of tonight after his incident. So still just another mess happening. Jordan Martin's like, keep these cautions coming, keep these cautions coming, keep my tires fresh. Hoping we can get old Russ up in the booth with us tonight. That'd be nice. Haven't had him in the booth in a while. Be good to see him up front. So this time looks like we're probably going to go green with 13 to go. So like I said, we only have a couple races left after tonight. Next week we go to Atlanta Dega. So basically a mini super speedway. They really ruined that track. And then on to Rockingham after that for the season finale. So let's see if we can keep this thing green. Lights are out on the pace truck. Be taking the green flag with 13 to go. With Jordan Martin on the front row with Russ Bovair. Got Ryan Lang sneaking up into the mix back there. All right, pace truck is off. Jordan bringing them down to the box. Green flag. Jordan gets a good start. Russ is able to get a good enough start to keep him in that second spot, although Todd Cray's trying to take it. But he falls in behind with Brian Helm in fourth. Ryan Lang in fifth. We'll see if that damage is going to hurt Jordan any at all. Everybody in the top 10 are on the same tires. Well, I take that back. Hunter Kent's up to 9th now. So we got Russ and Todd Cray battling it out of here. I think Todd's feeling some of Channing Ballou's pain as he was following Bailey earlier in that dirty air and unable to pass. And there he goes, trying to make that pass down the front stretch. And he's able to do it. And there we go. Todd Craig moving up into second place. So 10 to go. Got Ryan Lang trying to put the move on Brian Helm. Marty Phillips right there as well. Looks like Todd Cray's able to kind of catch up to Jordan here a little bit. But is he going to have enough to pass? All right, coming back to the line with 7 to go. Still Jordan Martin and Todd Cray. And Russ Bovair. Now Brian Helm is letting it all hang out, trying to get around Russ. A little out of shape, and that put Ryan Lang in position to try to take over. And there we go. We have Brian Helm spin right around. Still have Jordan Martin out front with Todd Cray in pursuit, 5 to go. And Russ Bovair in third. Ryan Langston made his way up to Russ. And looks like Channing Ballou's then made his way back up to 6th place after his spin and being a lap down. It's like he's been able to get his damage fixed and be able to make his way back up through the pack. Like 3 to go. Still all Jordan Martin and Todd Cray. It's like Todd's getting up there to put a little pressure on him now. Coming back to 2 to go. Still, Jordan Martin out front. Todd Cray letting it all hang out. Got Russ Bovair still in third, but looks like Channing Ballou is going to be challenging for that position here in just a second. Now he's got about 9 lap fresher tires than he does, so. It's all right, we're coming back to 1 to go. 1 to go. Jordan Martin and Todd Cray. Is Todd going to have what it takes to get around Jordan Martin? They come out of 2, still nose to tail, down the backstretch. Todd Cray letting it all hang out. Jordan Martin still into 3 and 4. And coming through 4, it looks like it's going to be Jordan Martin will pull off the race win at Darlington Motor Speedway with Todd Cray in second and Channing Ballou in third. Well, I guess I should never bet against Channing. I said earlier I didn't think we were going to have him in the booth tonight, but I guess I was wrong. But we do get to have 2 new people in the booth, so that's going to be interesting. All right, teammate giving him a little love tap there. All right, let's see if we can get these fellas in the broadcast booth up here. All right, so here's Jordan. All right, so we got Jordan in the booth. We have, I do not see. Is that Todd? Not really sure if that's Todd. Maybe that's Todd. We'll see. Todd, is that you?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. You only had a T on your name in Discord. I didn't know it was you or not. All right, and let's get Channing up in here with us. All right, good deal. Well, Channing, I got to tell you, man, I thought you were down for the count there after that little incident.
Nah, man, never quit.
That's what I said. I'm like, man, we're not going to have Channing in the booth tonight, man. That's just bad, and I should have never betted against you, man. Next thing I know, here you come like a wild man.
Yeah, Top really came in there late, and I started just passing people. I mean, I had the same tires as a lot of people in front of me, but made some good adjustments on that last pit stop, and were able to motor around people. So, not a great night. We had the best truck and didn't win. So,
it happens like that sometimes. Bad time, bad place sometimes.
Yeah, and it's even more frustrating when it's supposedly a teammate and racing the way it was. I'm sure it looked great on the broadcast, but I don't call that clean racing by any means.
Well, it's a tough track to race like that on too. So I mean, unfortunately, it's a narrow track, one groove, and you gotta take every chance you can to try to get what you can.
Clean air that it was over with.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was sitting there riding behind him, and I could get runs and generate them when I wanted to, pull underneath him, but it's just hard to make that pass, and I guess I could have been more patient, but I thought at that point it was time to get the lead and try to see what I could do. I mean, I wouldn't, there's points out there for leading the most laps, so
right.
There's a lot of bonus points out there, really.
Right. Well, Todd, you came in there at the end there, man. You just kind of dodged all the mayhem and just showed up at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, man, we're kind of on injured reserve here tonight.
Uh-oh.
Fresh out of surgery a couple days ago, so.
Well, damn, I hope you're okay.
Yeah, man, the plan was just kind of just hang out and yeah, I mean, just attrition and just kind of ended up there like, wait a minute, man, you might be able to win this.
Right?
So, can't really hear anything, but we gave it a good shot, and congrats to Jordan on the win there.
My brother from another mother, Jordan Martin. Where you at, man?
I'm right here.
Good. Okay, you eating your blizzard already, ain't you? You celebrate with a blizzard. I know.
I really
am. Man, you just came out of nowhere there at the end, man. It's like you were riding around and like anywhere from 13th to 10th, and I'm like, man, he's just riding in the back. And then the next thing you know, you were up front. And I'm like, damn, where did he come from?
I just said I took the right strategy there. Got the fresh tires at 72, and just got lucky. Felt bad for Bailey. I didn't want to kill him in 3, but it wasn't my fault. I got pushed into the corner by the 32, trying to shove his way through and stuff. So, but had a little bit of damage all on the left side, none on the right, according to the crew chief. So, hung it out there and hope that it stick. Got very loose in the last closing laps, but I was managed to hold off Mr. Cray over there to grab this win. Yeah, wasn't the fastest truck, but you just positioned in the right time in the right place and was able to snag one.
Yeah, you were definitely lucky that Todd didn't have a few more laps. Probably, I think Todd had something for you there at the end. Well, actually, Channing was coming. If you guys would have had another five laps, man, y'all would have been in trouble.
10 laps, and it was going to be on like. But here's the thing: they had the lead, and it's hard to pass here. So I don't know if I could. I don't know if I mean, I found something in the top of 3 and 4 that probably they wouldn't have known what to do. I mean, I was just able to drive it in there deep and stick by the wall.
Right. Well, there you have it, fellas. We have our dominant force, Channing Ballou, coming from the back and a lap down and all of that stuff to make it back up to 3rd. We have 2 new people in the booth tonight with Todd Cray and Jordan Martin. So there you have it, exciting race from Darlington Motor Speedway. So where we go next week? Atlanta? Is it
Atlanta Super Speedway.
You mean Atlanta Dega?
Yeah.
Atlanta Dega. So that ought to be interesting. We're going to have those big ones just like we do at Daytona. So that's going to be who groups up and races together. All right, fella. Jordan, Todd, you guys haven't been up here yet. Channing's an old hat at it now, so he's already has his speech down. So you guys have any shout-outs y'all want to give out?
I'll just throw out there with Cousin Jess and Cousin Trixie, always checking in and rooting us on.
Hey, that's awesome, man.
Oh, well, really nobody except Nitro Racing, providing setups each and every week. So happy with them. Yeah, that's it.
Anybody new for you, Channing?
No, but we'll do some better shout outs. I keep leaving my motor builder out. Check him out, Higgy's House of Power. He builds flat go-kart engines for dirt go-karts. He's got clones, animals, flatheads, and also does do-car and box stock. If y'all check him out, Higgy's House of Power on Facebook. And then obviously still going to thank everybody over at Team Conti. They built a rocket ship. I mean, should have been better, but congratulations to Jordan and his crew. They played the right strategy and won the race, and that's all that matters. Good job, Todd, for P2.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, fellas. Well, we shall see y'all next week at Atlanta Motor Speedway. That does it for Darlington and the V-Speed Contender Series.